I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye.
U.S. President Joe Biden has said it was a mistake for him to say, "Time to put Trump in a bullseye," days before Saturday's assassination attempt on his election rival. Biden's remarks came in his first interview since the incident, in which he defended his rhetoric against Donald Trump and cited why it was important. The president told NBC's Lester Holt his campaign had a duty to clearly communicate the threat of a second Trump term, adding that his words were not the ones that needed to be tempered. Biden said he meant Democrats needed to focus on Trump, his policies, and the false statements he made during the presidential debate late last month.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him. Focus on what he's doing. Focus on his policies. Focus on the number of lies he told in the debate. Focus. I mean, there's a whole range of things that, look, I'm not the guy that said I want to be a dictator on day one.
Throughout the interview, Biden made it clear he would not be stepping aside in the presidential race, despite calls from members of his own party after his poor debate performance. He said his mental acuity was fine and listed his accomplishments as president, but acknowledged he was working to reaffirm to Americans that he was up to the job. He said he put his faith in the voters who overwhelmingly backed him in the Democratic primary. The president has repeatedly called for Americans to lower the temperature since the shooting on Saturday, where Trump's ear was grazed by a bullet. Biden, when asked if he feels safe owing to the event of the past few days, reiterated his confidence in the Secret Service. One crowd member was killed and two others were critically injured in the attack. About a dozen Republicans have blamed Biden and other Democrats for inciting the attempt on Trump's life. Many have specifically cited Biden's bullseye comment. J.D. Vance, who was announced as Trump's presidential running mate on Monday, said in the wake of the shooting that Democratic rhetoric about the Republican candidates had led directly to President Trump's attempted assassination. President Biden, in an Oval Office address on Sunday, denounced the attack and called for Americans to take a step back, warning that political rhetoric in this country has gotten very heated. When asked in the NBC interview if he had also taken a step back to examine his past remarks for anything that could incite people who are not balanced, Biden said the inflammatory rhetoric had not come from him. The FBI has identified the gunman who targeted Trump as Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20, a kitchen worker from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, who is a registered Republican. A Secret Service sniper shot Crooks dead after he fired at the former president.